You're welcome. All right. All right. So our first presenter today is going to be Chris Vinci. Did I say it correctly? Vinci or Vinci? Vinci, right? He does the Latin pronunciation, Vinci. Okay. And he's going to share his fascinating journey building his business Prop 122, a mushroom cultivation company rooted in healing, education, and one of your favorite words, equity. There you go. Sir, floor is yours. Uh, I'm not. It's a touchdown. No, you're.
Hey, good. Happy to be here. Believe it or not, guys, at one point, I was a high earning, highly successful, high performing salesperson. I was 25 and I was climbing the corporate ladder fast. I was making promotion after promotion and more money than I ever had. My bosses were all patting me on the back, except something was wrong. I was slowly dying inside. My life had become a series of catastrophic moments with failure after failure. Let me tell you why. How many of you today have heard of sleep apnea? Okay. And I know what you guys are might be thinking. Sleep apnea, how bad could that be? How does that ruin your life? Right? Well, let me paint the picture for you. I was suffering with a condition called complex sleep dis- That is a rare form of sleep apnea. And I was dealing with 90 apneas an hour, every night, night after night, with no end in sight. I was crashing during the days and I couldn't sleep a wink at night. So I sought medical attention. That's what you do. You go to a doctor. So I went to a doctor and then another doctor and another doctor. And every one of them had a solution for me. Here's another pill, Chris. A pill to help me sleep, a pill to help me stay awake. And within 2 months, I was suffering with an addiction to over 15 prescription medications in an endless loop of suffering. This all led me to the intersection of my life, both metaphorically and physically. I was at a intersection where I was pulled over and arrested for driving under the influence of prescription medications. And oh, yeah, I wasn't just arrested once, I was arrested several times. I had nothing to lose anymore, but everything to fight for. And that's when my wife, my patient and loving wife, Nikki, stepped in. Nikki reminded me of two things. She reminded me of the person I was, and she reminded me that hope is never lost. She said, Chris, you need to go back to the mushrooms. And I and I did. That's exactly what I did. Once I was back on the mushrooms, my life began to change. I found myself in a predicament though. Access to information on mushroom cultivation was limited. All of the cultivation supplies on the market were 100 inadequate. So I decided to teach myself mycology so I could grow my own mushroom medicine. And that's when I dove into the research. I dove into the research hard. I rented, I bought, I acquired every single book I could on the subject. And enrolled back into graduate school. Once I was at the university, I realized the university had no mycology program or even a mycological society. So I did something about it. And now I'm the founder and the president of the University of Colorado Mycological Society. And I've, thank you. And I've held a 4.0 GPA since I arrived. Through the Mycological Society, I've made great partnerships in the field of mycology. And this is where the turning point happened. I realized that I could teach myself to grow. I need to teach others. And people kept coming to me and asking for help. They saw the remarkable change I had in the best way, they would say. And so one person turned into seven, then seven turned into 15, 15 into 30, 30 into 130. And that's when helping people became my calling. And this is where I pivoted from addict to advocate. Talk about a turning point. 150 people. Amazing. I realized my purpose. My purpose wasn't just going to be growing mushrooms. It was to empower people to cultivate a better path forward with mushrooms. This is where I realized I needed to have a shift in my business model. You see, I was first going to get involved in the industry on a licensed level, but the industry didn't need any more overpriced retreat centers or unaffordable facilitation centers. The industry needed affordable products that were easy to use. Today, Prop 122 has now helped over 200 people reclaim their lives. We create cultivation products with a conscience. Just like the mycelial network, guys, Prop 122 is everywhere. We're in over 6 stores just in Colorado Springs alone and growing fast. Since farming the business, I've started the Pikes Peak Myco League, a community I designed for growers by growers with over 150 mycologists from the state of Colorado alone. The future, it's bright. The future is empowering people, thousands of people, with the skills and the products to cultivate their own mushroom medicine with ease, affordably, and safely. Are you guys interested in possibly getting some mushroom love too? All right. Well, if that's the case, then here's how you can get involved. We need connections to local buyers and retail stores. We need networking avenues, collaboration for our educational programs, and our nonprofit wing, which aims to serve underserved mental health communities. And we're looking for investments into the company to scale our operations. We seek to build a warehouse for B2B and B2C cultivation supply distribution. You know, there was a time when I didn't think I would be here. There was a time when none of this would have been possible. But I found the healing power of fungi. And now I'm an advocate for others to do the same, taking their life back one mushroom at a time. My name is Christopher Vinci, and I'm the founder of Prop 122. Thank you.